Hey there YouTube fans, AC Productions here. Today I'm going to be showing you how to apply a screen protector on the gauge cluster screen. Now if you're anything like me, I really don't like things to get scratched. That's why I always have screen protectors on everything. I even have a screen protector on my GPS. As you can see, it's already kind of coming apart, so I'm going to have to replace it with a fresh new one. But anyway, we're going to be concentrating on a gauge cluster for today. Alright, so first things first, you're going to need to clean your gauge cluster. Now what I'm going to be using is going to be a little towel or whatever that's used to clean eyeglasses. So here's one that I have right here, used to clean my eyeglasses. Or if you have a towel like this to clean your expensive sunglasses or any glasses for that matter. Now I choose this over the microfiber cloth because this is made for glass. In my opinion, it would do a better job on cleaning a surface. So besides that, you want to use a either your eyeglass cleaner, a little solution, just put some on the towel and then go ahead and wipe your screen clean. Now I'm going to go ahead and do this screen protection, and I would say in 3 different sections, because on the gauge cluster for the Suzuki Gsxr. All right, so if you notice on the gauge cluster, there is you got your screen, and then you got this line right here, and then you got this bottom part, which is also plastic as well. If I were to just put the screen protection over this on the top, because there's a line here too, if I were to put a screen protection right over this is like a little crevice, and little dirt and debris can get in there, and over time it'll kind of fill this area with dirt and debris, and it's not going to look good. And you definitely want to keep on replacing your screen protectors, unless you have a whole bunch of them. I'll have a link in the description down below this video for the ones that I selected. It's kind of a universal, so we would have to cut it to make it fit. So like I said, so I'm going to go ahead and mask off this area and trace this line so I could have 3 sections. So we're going to do a section here at the bottom, and then we're gonna put the main one, and then there's gonna be a section here on the top. Okay, now that the screen is all nice and clean, free of dirt and debris, I'm gonna go ahead and grab my masking tape and then just kind of mask off the areas. And once you're done masking off the areas, I'm gonna go ahead and kind of press it to kind of like indent this line on top and bottom. So you guys do the same. So as you can see, I already went over the lines, and what I use is a pencil. That way I could actually mark the areas. And it was kind of in the sharp department, so I knew to that I would follow these lines that that is set on the gauge cluster. So now that I got all my markings set, let's take it over to the bench and let's go ahead and cut out our template. All right, so here we're at the bench. I already got my template here. As you can see, here is a screen protector, so let's go ahead and get the screen protector out. As you can see, it's a universal one, so we're gonna have to cut it to make it fit. And so let's see, now there is gonna be 2 little stickers on here. All right, so I'm gonna say number 2 is probably gonna be the outside one. Number 1 is gonna be the side with the stickiness. So let's go ahead and flip it over. You wonder what the side with the red. And the red, once you peel this off, it's gonna get rid of the shine. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and just lay it here, and I'm gonna stick my template over here. At this point, actually, I'm going to get my scissors, and I'm just going to go ahead and cut the outline here. Then I'm going to use my blade and cut these lines over here. Okay, so now they got this all cut out. Now the reason why I cut it up, because I want the sharpest lines as possible. And then I also want to be able to maximize on the cover. So I'm going to go ahead and line this up as best I can with this kind of edges, so I make sure I get the sharpest edges as possible. You guys do the same. I can't do it right now because the camera's kind of in my way. Okay, as you can see, I already have it on there, and I try to maximize on the straight angles as much as I can. I want to put it in the middle because this way I'll make sure I have at least a couple good angles, sharp ones. So I am maximizing that side. So all I have to do is just cut this, and kind of the outside. So this is what I'm gonna do right now, and then after that, I'll probably use this little red piece of tape down here, and I'll probably stick it like somewhere up here, so that way I could peel it apart. Or maybe just leave it like with the blue tape, because once I grab an edge, I should be able to peel the top sheet off. But for sure, you want to be able to keep it with this other tape so you can peel this back end part. All right, so after I cut out the ends, I'm gonna go ahead and cut out these lines over here, and then cut out this weird little shape up here, because that's where let me see, I think on the bike it said center light, and that part actually sticks a little bit above this part, so there's no point of kind of covering it because it's not gonna really stick. So we have to cut this little piece out. And I'm gonna go ahead and do all that, and you guys do the same. Okay, as you can see, I already have it spaced apart, and I'm gonna have to kind of figure out on how to get the backing off, since it only came on this little piece over here. But here are the 3 pieces. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with the main piece, as that's the most important piece for me. And then after that, I'll go ahead and do these bottom. All right, so go back over to the gauge cluster, and let's go ahead and give it one more time of cleaning, and then we'll apply the clear protective film. All right, so for you guys, you're not going to have the GPS monitor there, unlike me. So this procedure might be a little bit more easier for you guys. What you want to do is you want to peel little by little. You don't want to do it all at one shot. So I'm going to go ahead and grab this back end and peel it, and then get it halfway, like up to right there. I'm going to stick it where I need it, and then I'm going to just go ahead and peel it off, and then stick it on right there. So you guys do the same. All right, I already got that part on there. Now I'm gonna go ahead and remove the masking tape, and hopefully I don't have too many air bubbles. If I do have air bubbles, I'm gonna go grab my little squeegee that it actually came with. Or if you don't happen to have a squeegee, just get a credit card and then a cardboard or anything, kind of, you know, squeegee out the air bubbles. All right, well, I also forgot to mention, once you have it on there, make sure you give it a good press to make sure everything's on there. Grab your backing of your tape and just go ahead and peel off the tape. And as you can see, I do have a little amount of air bubbles, so that's okay. Like I said, you could just go ahead and press these out. Just press them out, squeeze and press, and get them towards the edge. Once they get towards the edge, they actually just pop away. So while I have a little bit of work for me to do, you guys do the same if you happen to have that many air bubbles like I do. Okay, I've already applied the bottom one and I've already applied the top one. Now, as you can still see, I have a little bit of air bubbles still to work out. And for me, I'm gonna go ahead and leave the top protective layer still on for this one, and then for the top one, so these two I'll still leave it, but the middle one, you don't want to leave it on. The reason is because look at what happens when you turn on your gauge cluster. You still could see it, but in real life, it's kind of gives like a little bit of a blurry effect if you leave that top you know, sheet layer on it. So that's why you want to go ahead and peel it, because you want to make sure that that part is crystal clear. As far as the bottom one, and that doesn't really matter. I mean, you could go ahead and peel that bottom part off so it can be super crisp and clear. For me, I'm just going to leave it. That's not really going to affect anything, but the main part you do want. And then on the top part, that's just for the lights, you know, when you're shifting and stuff, you know, it's going to obviously light that up area. So I'm going to go ahead and keep on pressing. Once you're done pressing all the air bubbles out, then that's when you want to go ahead and peel off that protective top layer. Alrighty, as you can see, I pretty much removed almost all the bubbles. There might be still some lingering around. I think right over here at the, oh no, it's the turn signal. Okay, so I guess I did get all the bubbles. Anyway, that pretty much concludes the video. If you guys enjoyed the video, smash that like button. If you haven't yet subscribed, don't forget to subscribe. Hit that notification bell. That way you guys are up to date with my latest uploads. Also, if you guys know anyone that's looking to do something like this, or maybe they don't know about this, please share my videos. That helps me out a lot and helps YouTube know that my videos are being liked. And it also helps the whole algorithm deal and everything. Also, if you look at underneath this video, you're going to see an icon with a heart and a dollar sign inside of it. If you guys were to click on it, any contribution you guys send my way would be greatly appreciated, as it will help support my channel and help me get those products that I come across out to you guys to show you how to install it on these videos. Also, if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. If you dislike this video, please smash the dislike button. Let me know in the comments below why you dislike the video. I'm gonna go ahead and leave that protective film on there for now. I'm gonna leave it overnight, and then just for now, and then, you know, in the morning I'll probably just remove it. I just want everything to be settled, because in case there air bubble were to pop up, I want to be able to get it without, you know, scratching the final layer. So that's the whole reason behind that. And that's pretty much it, guys. So hopefully this helps you out. And another thing of why actually putting what's a good reason to also put a screen protector on your gauge cluster, you put it on there, and then, you know, you want to sell it, you know, someone will come up to it. If they see a gauge cluster that's all scratched up, that's going to kind of decrease the selling value. But if you have a screen protector on there, you know, you peel it off, it's going to be mint, like, you know, brand new. And that's going to help you, you know, with selling the motorcycle as well. So that's going to be another benefit and plus about having a screen protector on the gauge cluster. All right, guys, that's pretty much it. You guys take care, and I'll catch you on the next one.